Hi, I'm Matt with eTrailer. Today we're going to be talking about the Saris Edge Bike Rack on the back of our 2021 Nissan Murano. Now this can be a solid choice if you're looking for something that's just going to feel really smooth to handle and it's going to work with a lot of bikes. As you can see right here, when I pull that out, it retracts just like that. So it feels really great to use when you are putting it up. But let's talk about what it's going to be like when your bike's in back here. So this is kind of a standard bike we have here. And we're going to have quite a bit of room between our bike and our vehicle. Even if you're on those really bumpy roads, this does a really good job at holding it into place. Now, if you need that hatch access, you're probably going to have to tilt it back. And I will say the hatch, the tilt on here works a little bit weird. So for me, I like to hold up on it, pull on that handle, and then drop it down. Using two hands is a little bit easier than one hand on this. But we have a really extreme tilt, even though it's rated for 80 pounds per bike. So you can carry this extra heavy e-bikes. Now, that's going to give you the opportunity to put away any groceries if need be, if you're out and about. Or if you want to get ready for your ride, you can grab your helmet, tie your shoes, and get ready. But once you're done, just close this up and put this back into the seated position. Of course, if you do have those heavier bikes on here, this might be a little bit of a push, but it will click into place. And if you want to take a closer look at it, I'll have to remove my bike first. So to do this, we're just going to undo the strap here. You can tell that we have this wedge here, this cradle. That's kind of what's giving us that better hold, preventing this from moving around. And if you look just right in front of here too, you'll notice we do have this integrated bike cable lock for that extra security. And on the very front side, we won't have to deal with any straps. Instead, it's going to be in this more open style cradle. And we're going to have this front ratcheting hook. Press that button, push up and away, and it retracts. And then I can just pick up on my bike and take it out for a ride. Now, something I did want to point out with that cradle on the back side, that actually moves around. So you can actually push this forward and back on this tray. And that's going to help you accommodate a wider range of wheelbases. But from here, let's get a few measurements. The first one I like to get is the ground clearance. So from the ground to the bottom of the carrier, that's going to be sitting at 14 inches. So if you have those really heavy e-bikes back here, definitely keep a closer eye on this if you're going up those steeper inclines, anything like a parking lot or a driveway. Now for the total distance away it sits, this is going to be about 34 inches. Not too bad for a 2-bike carrier, but we do have a little bit more space in between so your pedals and your handlebars don't knock into one another. Now we can save space if we don't have any bikes on here. All I have to do is pull on that lever here and push up this time. It's going to have this first spot where it stops at. This is more designed if you have any sort of item on the back of here. In most cases, you're not going to have that with the Murano. Push up a little bit more, and this is going to be the spot you keep it in most of the time. So from our back bumper to the back of the carrier, that's going to be 10 inches. So that's going to save you a ton of room. However, it is going to block a few things back here. So the main thing it is going to block is going to be your license plate and your backup camera. So what I'd recommend doing is mainly using your back window to look for them, because that's not being blocked, or your mirrors. But your taillights won't be blocked either. And the way this is going to install is we're going to have this 2-inch shank. That goes into your 2-inch hitch receiver. We'll have a pin that goes through and connects to a lock core. That's going to be key to like with the rest of your rack to make sure no one's going to take your bikes or your rack. And on the back of here, we're going to have this anti-rattle device. It's just going to be a knob. I like this because you won't need any other tools to operate this. And it's going to be built in so you can't lose it. So in my opinion, I think this is going to be a solid choice if you are looking for a pretty sleek looking bike rack. I like that most of the touch points on here are going to be made out of metal. So it's just going to be something that's going to last a long time and work for a lot of bikes, especially with that heavier weight capacity. But of course, if you guys have any other questions, please let us know here at eTrailer. And again, I'm Matt, and thanks for watching.